The SSL UC1, what does it do and how does it work? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And for those of you who have been following the channel for a little while, know that I recently purchased the SSL UC1. And basically to sum that up, what it is think of a single channel on an SSL console, combined with a compressor and a few other toys. I've had it for a little while now. I've used it to mix a couple tracks, and in this video I'm gonna basically be showing you the operations of it. I'm not gonna get super in depth on it. This is kind of, think of it as a setup guide, or a very basic top level, how does it work, what does it do? I'll also be showing you how it communicates with the two plugins that they come with, which is the SSL Channel Strip 2 and the Bus Compressor 2 as well. And if you are curious about the bus compressor, I've done a couple videos on that recently, purchasing it, and also a shootout with my Warm Audio bus comp. All right, and before we slide over to where the unit is, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow a ton. It is totally free to subscribe and like this video. If you want to continue to support the channel, in the description below, there are links to some deals, my website, my music, things like that. So this actually worked out perfectly. The spot that I have my UC1 is on the rollout portion of my Gator Frameworks rack. Now it does come with feet that help you elevate it, such like that, but they elevate it too much where if I had them on here, it wouldn't be able to close. So I end up just putting this in here without the feet on it. But I love that when I'm not needing it and I'm not mixing it, I can obviously just slide it away, but when I need it, I can slide it out. So this is where it lives in my studio, and it is pretty much perfect location for it. All right, so here we are, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to not knock over the camera while demonstrating some of the features of the SSL UC1. So as you can see, the left side is basically the channel strip. That's where you have your EQs, things like that. In the middle, you have the bus comp that controls the bus comp plugin, and on the right you have your compressor, you have your gate and expander. So I'm gonna kind of go over each section real quick. So like I said, what I love about this is it's tactile. You can touch it, you can twist knobs, do all those things, but it works directly with the plugin. So if I come up here and I start twisting knobs, you'll see on the plugin that they're moving as well. All of these all change on the plugin. You just basically use this as a controller for the plugin. And I'm not gonna go too in depth into what all of the buttons are. I mean, you have a couple, you have a curve there for your EQ, you have different styles of EQ. So not too much going on over here, but I'm just not gonna spend all the time on that in this particular video. This is just really an overview video of what all this does, you know, from a very high level. Okay, so sliding over to the middle part, now this is the bus comp compressor controller for the plugin. So again, if you see me twist these knobs, you'll see them move on the plugin as well, right? So again, this just acts as a controller for the plugin, which is awesome. And you also have this right here, which is the thing of as a bypass on off for the plugin itself. As you can see right there in the software, it's activating and unactivating, bypass and not bypassing. Another cool thing is that's an actual meter. So that is very nice to have on the unit itself. Now moving over to the right side of the unit, so the far left and the far right, those are parts of the channel strip plugin. So you'll see right here, you know, like all the other stuff, you twist this, it actually moves in the plugin itself, which is awesome. You can also bypass this completely if you want. You can go in and out right there. All right, so when you go down here further, you have a couple other buttons. You have your in for the plugin itself. That is for the channel strip. It's basically a bypass. Down here, you have your solo, you have your cut, and you have your fine. The fine is actually really nice to have because let's say you really want to dial in a certain frequency and you can't quite get it. You know, let's say I'm trying to hit, you know, 2.25, kind of jumps around a little bit. What you can do is hit the fine button, turn that on, and you can dial it in much more. Real fine tuning, you could say, if you have this button engaged. Without it, with it. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna go over on this overview video real quick are these two knobs right here. So this is how, if you want to, you can work basically just on this unit. So in the software, in the program right now, in Cubase, you see that I have 3 channels on here. I have drums, guitar left, guitar right. So let's say I just want to work on this. I get the drums dialed in however I want them. I can then twist this knob. It'll take me to my guitar left. Notice how all these reset on the device. I don't have that pulled up on the computer right now, so you won't see that on the plugin. But if you look here, as I toggle between the two, it basically recalls whatever it is set to on that channel. So I come in here, make some adjustments. Oh my gosh, that guitar sounds so good. Don't have to hit anything. Let me go to my next guitar. Guitar right. Make these changes however I want to do it. Oh my god, it sounds so good. Oh, maybe I want to change guitar left again. I can go back, recalls everything I had on here, make the changes. Oh, I don't like the drums. Boom, go back to drums. So it automatically recalls everything you have set to that plugin on that channel. And this other knob, this basically works the same way, but it works with the compressor. So you go to whatever, you can see it's changing from the drums, I have a setting on it, then to guitar. Make your changes there, do your tweaks. Ooh, sounds great. On to the next, make your tweaks, whatever you need to do. And you can just rotate and see how they all change. So this knob controls the compressor, this one controls the EQ, the channel. And also you'll notice when this changes, you'll see the dynamic side over here also change. Let me switch between the guitars and the drums. You can see how those are changing as well. Now there are some more in-depth options inside of the unit itself where you can actually choose kind of what order the signal goes through. I'm not going to get into that in this video. This is basically out of the box, setting it up and how it works. All right, there you have it. There's a very top level explanation of what the SSL UC1 is and how it works. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're thinking about getting one of these, I think I would recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I love the tactile feel of it, and the plugins sound pretty dang good. So between the tactile feel and the actual good plugins, I think it's a great combination. All right, again, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more in-depth videos on the SSL UC1. The more and more I get comfortable with it and the more and more I use it. All right, well, until next time, see you later.